The end of our era. The end
of the world. Okay, before we get into obviously talking about Tom Brady, officially announced today that he is retiring after putting us through the ringer.
22 years.
Like 22 years of football. After putting us through the ringer over the weekend of like, is he not? We'll get into that. But before we get into that, I just have to say, did I call it about the Bengals or did I call it?
All right. Okay, are you putting the Bengals before Tom Brady? Are you really putting the Bengals before Tom Brady?
No, we're going to talk about Tom Brady first and foremost.
But girl,
I just had to rub, what's going on with my hair?
You did.
I just had to rub that in for a second because I was like,
you did call it. I'm impressed.
You told me. You were like, Bengals are not going to the Super Bowl. I was like, bitch.
I honestly didn't think. And then neither of us thought that they would win this last game. So I was like, I mean, we wanted them to, but we were like, But anyways.
Yeah, let's go to the real deal.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
So we are saying goodbye to Tom Brady. I have a few thoughts. You know, the fact that it was leaked like days before was that kind of sucked for him. I think like just he wanted to announce it in his own time, and he had come out and said that he would do that. And I feel like them leaking it was kind of like that blows. But I think 22 years of football, 7 Super Bowl rings, 44 years old. I'm like, damn, dude, it's time. But also, can we take a second to acknowledge his post that was just Tampa Bay?
Oh, girl, that's literally where I'm going with this. I'm kind of mad.
Like, I'm salty. I'm like hurt. My feelings are like hurt.
Oh, I'm hurt. It's like a bad breakup.
Yeah, but like, I'm feeling it.
We stuck up for Tom when he wanted to leave. And,
right?
You know, and we gave him the good blessings and the go ahead. And we were like, do what you got to do, boo. We get it. You want to prove yourself. And for that post to not mention, like, okay, first of all, to go off of what you said, yes, I love Tom Brady. Like, I'm being salty right now. I'm just salty a little bit, but it will go away. I love Tom. Proud of him. Literally obviously the best. But yeah, he announced today in a face. Oh, what I was going to say before we got into that, though, is I truly think that Tom wasn't going to announce his retirement until probably after the Super Bowl. But he had to, because I don't think he wanted to step on anyone's toes.
It just seems like it's a weird timing to announce that you're retiring.
To your point, because it got leaked, I think he had to move up the announcement because of everything that happened with that. So anyways, whoever was the whistleblower on that, you know. But we found out, and it's a sad day. But yeah, I read his post, and I just thought, wow, 20 years of being a Patriot, 2 years of being a Buccaneer, and the things he said to the fans, which granted are all meant to be said, of course, but for there to be no mention of Patriots, and then I was reading some comments and people were saying, yeah, but he already said goodbye to us. He already said goodbye to the Pats.
Yeah.
But no. Like I was talking to my dad.
But there's retirement and then there's a goodbye. Like there's a retirement and then there's I'm leaving to go play more football with another team.
Yes.
I feel like if you're going to retire, you better thank your whole fucking organization that stood behind you for 20 years. Like, come on, dude.
Yes. Yeah. So people in New England right now, according to my dad, I'm not sure if you had a chance to talk to your dad today.
I haven't talked to them yet.
They are rip shit. Like rip.
Oh, yeah.
That, you know, after all this support that Tom just kind of, and okay, Tom, obviously there was some sort of bad blood when he left between him and Bill. Like through the cracks, we can all see that. But for him to kind of put that on all of us, you know, and his other coaches and his team, and maybe we're jumping the gun here. Maybe there's another thing he'll put out, but for him to just kind of repost on his story, Robert Kraft posts and just says, "Love." Yeah, I'm like, that's not enough, bro.
No,
that's not enough.
And then there comes the finger pointing.
Oh, girl, get that finger out.
Right? Julian Edelman making those sweatshirts with Tom's face on it, like old school Tom saying Foxborough forever. I'm like, is it though? Because he didn't say anything about freaking Foxborough in his goodbye speech. So where is this coming from? Rather than, I mean, obviously Julian Edelman's making money off of these things, but like, I'm not going to buy that. He fucking didn't say anything about Foxborough forever.
I agree. Granted, it's an amazing sweatshirt.
Oh my God, it's a great sweatshirt and I want it really badly, but
not
like,
buy it.
I can't buy it.
I get it. Yeah. I was even a little bit salty putting the Pats on this morning because I was like,
What? I was like, should I wear this? Do I even wear it at this point? Because like,
I mean, at some point you'll love that. I mean, obviously you've loved that you've had that jersey and in days ahead, you will be like, this will die down. It's almost like time heals all. But how about on that first picture of his post, right? It was the picture of him at Foxborough.
Yeah.
In his Bucks uniform. And I was like, and there was like, he was like pointing a finger and I was like, Tom, what are you trying to say here, dude? Like, come on. Like that was a little, it would have been cool if he did a split photo of him in his Bucks jersey, him and Pat's, but for him to take that picture that was taken at Foxborough when the Bucks were playing the Patriots, I was like, really, Tom?
I know.
I'm mad. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm mad. I'm mad.
Yeah. I'm mad too. I'm like, man, I'm trying to read your mug.
I didn't realize this was on both sides.
I wish you lived next door. Aww.
I need to get you this mug.
I want that mug for my new apartment. That is,
yes, I know, but I still have my dunks here too. But it's got water.
Oh, I got my dunks here too because I'm drinking all the coffee because I'm not sleeping right now. But
girl, this is my third cup today.
Oh my God! Right?
I
can't. But anyways, I feel like regardless of what went down, like I'm watching all of his, like everyone's obviously talking about him retiring and like playing all of his like best moments. And 99.9% of his best moments are in New England. So it's kind of like I just can't get over that. It feels almost like a jab. And I'm not sure if it's intentional or not, but either way, I'm like,
it feels intentional a little bit.
It's kind of weird though, because like, are we just taking things too personally? Like, is that what we're doing? You think, or is it like
the fact that it's unified? I think that all of us are feeling the same way.
Yeah,
we gave him the benefit of the doubt for these past 2 years. We were like, we supported him. A bunch of people bought Buck stuff just to be like, hey, we got you, Tom. But yeah, I'm not okay with it. Not enough for me to not love him, obviously, but it hurts. It hurts. And
it does. It stings a little bit.
And, and the fact too, that give credit where credit is due, Tom. Obviously you are the GOAT and you're the best, but you were a 6th round draft pick. You were right. You were molded to by your coaches, by Bill, hate them or love them.
I know.
They made you who you were. A combination of and I'm mad. I'm mad.
I'm mad. I'm really freaking mad. I'm hoping, like you said, maybe he'll release something else where it's more in depth of a goodbye. Because like to say it on Instagram too, I'm like, that's freaking baloney as well. Like,
wait,
I'm like, you're just. I know, right?
Broke up with us in like a text, basically.
That literally was like a text.
22-year relationship.
It was almost like a ghosting, though. It was almost worse than just breaking up via text. It was almost like he ghosted us. Like
he wrote it and pieced out.
Yeah, he was just like never answered us again. Just totally forgot us. I mean, we could go on and on and on about this all day, but I just have to acknowledge the fact that like our generation of football is done. Like Edelman's retired, Brady's retired, Gronk's going to retire. I'm almost positive.
I think that's going to happen.
Because he said he probably isn't going to come back to play. But like, you look at like the football we grew up with, and like our little dynasty has come to a close.
And it's all like the OGs are leaving now. Like Aaron Rodgers is left. We got some other ones, but there's all these young guys now, and I think that was Tom's point. I think that was what he said. He was like,
exactly,
young guys to shine, and but here's what I will say on the flip side of things. Talking shit about Tom, but I do have to say, when everything was going down over the weekend, and I was at the Canes game when it got released, obviously conversation goes around. And I'm obviously not going to mention any names. Maybe they're going to watch this podcast. I don't know. But a few of the guys in the control room were like, Tom Brady is not the GOAT. He is not the greatest of all time. And I was getting very heated. And I was like, what? I think what makes me so mad, and here's where I will defend him, we will defend him, is that people love to hate greatness. They just love to hate. And I'm like, listen, the stats don't lie. And I straight up said to them, they were saying to me, they were like, Megan, he's the most decorated like quarterback of all time. He's not the best. I'm like, what the fuck is the difference? Like,
I get where they're coming from stats wise. Like,
stats wise, I looked it up, and he is on everything that counts. He's the top. He's the creme de la creme.
Yep.
Sorry,
the creme de la creme. He is the cherry on our ice cream sundae. Yes. You know what's funny is you're saying that like people hate greatness, and it's so true. Like just like being more involved in the sports world and listening to all these people talk about how these people suck, and I'm just like, but do they suck, or do you just not like the fact that they're really freaking good because you're not a star football player? But like, someone put like a list of his stats on a post. I think it was ESPN or Sports Center or something. And I'm just like, how can you deny this guy? Like first.
That's what I'm saying.
7 rings. Like, come on. He made 10 Super Bowl appearances like in a row or something ridiculous like that. And I was like, but like, that's amazing.
It's so amazing. So yeah, I wrote it down. Most career touchdown passes, most passing yards, highest win percentage, and might we mention that we've probably brought up in every single podcast that we've talked about so far, the greatest Super Bowl comeback.
Oh my God, of all time
in 2017 against the Falcons. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't get any better. Listen. Other quarterbacks may be faster. We're not taking away that other quarterbacks that have been and still are have greatness among them. Of course. Do they have other skills that Tom doesn't have? Yes. Like all these young guys can get sacked. Joe Burrow can get sacked 9 times in a game and still pop up like a fucking Pop-Tart. Okay.
But also Tom doesn't need to get sacked. He's too good to get sacked.
Preach that too. And if he does get sacked, I cringe because I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, dude, same. I'm like,
but it just really got me mad because I was like, no. Like, I get it. I get people are overhearing about Tom Brady, but the truth of the matter is he was not super good to start off with, and he made himself great. That journey and the mentality, and not only just the physicality, but the mentality of the plays and him just running that offense.
Yeah, no, he's incredible. It's like, he is.
I wish you were there to back me up when I was talking to those guys. I was getting mad.
Oh, I would have started a fight. It probably would have gotten ugly. I would have gotten kicked out, but it'd have been worth it.
My dad is still holding on to the hope that he's going to sign like a 1-day contract with
No. I mean, it would be, if he did that, I would cry like a freaking baby. I'd be like, oh, my dreams just came true.
Yes.
I'm like, can you just do it? Like, just like do it. Just like show up to like a game and then like be like, cool, I'm done. Bye. It was so nice to see you. He left a fucking legacy. He is the greatest of all time. To be 44 and to retire at that age, and to make one more playoff run too, like in his year. Like, let's be real. He is amazing. Yeah. Tom, we'll miss you. Thank you for all the memories. You do owe us one though. So
yeah, just don't ghost us, bro. Like, can you come back? You know, they always come back, you know.
Oh my God, they always come back.
Yeah. So,
every time.
All right. Now that we've got let's move on to Bengals Chiefs game. I know you and I were kind of working as that game was happening. You were doing a photo shoot. I was at the Canes game. So in the suite next to me, they had the game on, and I was like running over to check the score. But I didn't really see the whole game. But I do know that I kept refreshing my phone.
Same.
You know, and the Bengals just kept coming back. And then
that was Oh,
It's
man.
tied. What were your thoughts?
Oh, my God. Well, so I was doing this shoot at one of the gyms I work for. And so we're setting up the lights. We're doing all this. They have me in and out of the shot. I'm like, all right, cool. So every time I get out of the shot, I go straight to my phone and I'm like, what's going on? And my buddy Josh was there and he's like, tell me. And I was like, I don't know. It's tied now. How the hell did it get tied? Why are we going to overtime? The minute the Chiefs won the coin toss, though, I was like, fuck. I was like, that's it. That's game. That's it. And then Mahomes throwing that interception. Dude, I couldn't believe it. I was like, of all the times to throw a pass like that, he did it in overtime.
It's just,
when it really mattered, the game was on the line, he did it. And I mean, credit to freaking the Bengals defense and credit to their unbelievable kicker and just that whole team. Seriously,
I know.
I have no words.
Two of these last two games came down to, well, obviously the defense playing that huge role in overtime. Like, geez, they really put a stop to the overtime argument because they're like, hey, listen, it can happen.
I told you though, that's what I said about the Bills defense, how they didn't step up that game.
Crazy that it surrounded Kansas City both of these times.
Yep.
But then again, freaking stud McMuffin, Evan McPherson coming out with that confidence that he has.
Right.
And I'm like, oh my God, thank God he has that confidence because, man, if he would have missed that kick,
Well, in the post-game interview, he was like, yeah, no one blinked an eye. We were just chill. Like, I don't think anyone doubted that we wouldn't win. And I'm like, where can I find this so I can have some?
How? like, what?
Oh my God. I know. I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah. But honestly, I loved the thing you sent me about Mahomes coming up to Burrows and saying win it all, or like, I was like, man, that's another thing I will say. The sportsmanship of these games was so cool to watch after the games. Everyone's hugging everyone. They're just giving each other props. And it was, sometimes I just love watching sports for that. Mm-hmm. To watch that, like, you know how the other person feels because you've probably been in that place too. So to support them in that way, I thought it was so cool to watch. But yeah, so when you sent me that, I was like, man, love that.
And a lot of these guys are just friends on and off the field. They've played together before on different teams. And you're right. It is very, very cool. And this year in particularly, sportsmanship just, I mean, it's funny the difference in football and hockey because hockey, they will literally make each other bleed. And in football, they'll, just hug each other, or maybe they'll just get.
Well, they'll make each other bleed, and then they'll say,
and then they'll hug each other. Exactly.
What are your thoughts? What do you? I mean,
I'm so excited for that.
I know, dude.
I and the Rams too. We'll get into that, but I'm just excited that this has been just an exciting playoff year. It's different. I truly think this is good just for the NFL in general, especially for younger generations to get excited about the game. That way, we're not seeing the same teams over and over again. And I get it. As a Pats fan, we were living proof of that, but we loved it because we were on the other side of it. But Nickelodeon has a contract now with NFL, and they've been showing some of the games. I don't know if they're going to be showing the Super Bowl as well, but just to see these young kids kind of seeing all these different teams and seeing these young guys come up. And I just think it's miraculous. And I just think Joe,
oh my God,
is just the cutest thing.
He's
since
adorable.
Sliced bread. I don't even know if that makes sense, but did you see that meme that The Rock posted where he's in a black turtle? Oh my gosh. So did you see that interview that Joe did where he's literally in this like black
that weird turtle? I did see that.
With a chain that says like J-Bo or something.
Yeah, I saw it. Yep.
But then The Rock in like the 80s or the 90s literally was in that exact same outfit. So he did like a comparison, and it's the funniest. And then the reporter's asking Joe about like, how do you feel now with this fame? And he's like, oh my gosh, like, LeBron's like tweeting at me, and he's like, and Kid Cudi, he's like, I love Kid Cudi.
Know. That was so cute. I was like, my little heart, Kid Cudi.
Like, I would. Oh my God.
I can kind of relate because remember that time that Julian Edelman like reposted or commented on one of our posts that we did for Boston Blondes?
Yes, wait, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and I fell off my chair. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
He knows who we are. Edelman knows who we are.
Edelman knows who I am. Yeah, so in that regard, I kind of know how Joe Burrow feels.
His life
not really,
is
but
just
also
completely changed, and
dude,
I'm just excited for this team. So really, really, at the end of the day, it's going to be a great Super Bowl. Let's dive into Rams 49ers now. I was a little bit indifferent about that game personally. Obviously, I kind of wanted 49ers to win. You and I love Jimmy Garoppolo.
I know.
But you watched that entire game. So what were your thoughts on it?
Oh, well, I thought the 49ers had it for a minute there. I really did because the Rams all of a sudden lost all three of their timeouts on really weird penalty flags. Like they kept throwing flags and then losing to like calls that like clearly were accurate. Like why he threw a challenge flag twice it was just ridiculous. I was literally like, you're going to lose timeout. So I think by like the beginning of the fourth, they had no timeouts left, the Rams. Oh. And I was like, that can't be good. And then the 49ers, they missed that interception, and that was it. I knew in my heart that was the play that they're going to look back and be like, we fucked that up. And they did. And because I think the Rams went down and ended up scoring. I mean, Kupp is holy crap, that dude's so good. And OBJ had a game. Mm-hmm. And like Matthew Stafford, just watching him with his wife after, it was so cute. How old
is he? Again, he's young. Yeah?
Young. I don't know. I think he's got to be in his 30s because he was with Detroit for a while.
Yeah.
Right. Before he was with the Rams. But I saw the funniest comment. I thought it was funny, but they said Matthew Stafford and Eminem is the closest Detroit will ever get to a Super Bowl because they're both in this.
That's true.
That's accurate. True. That's accurate. But yeah, no. So I felt bad for Jimmy G. He threw like one last minute interception that's where the game ended. He really shouldn't have done that. It was a terrible.
He was like about to get sacked. I did see that part.
And I mean, he like threw it sideways, but the guy was open. It should have been caught. It wasn't. It was intercepted. It was kind of bullshit. I feel for him because you could tell. I mean, that whole team was just.
You can tell when it comes down to the line, when you're scrambling, when your head's, I'm not going to say his head wasn't in the game, but when you're rushed like that and you're trying to, it's like those kind of mistakes are going to happen, and they cost you the big one.
Yeah, and that was it. But so feel for him, but.
Wait, I do have a question though, seeing as I'm not there anymore. Are people just like kind of jumping on the Rams bandwagon now? Like people that knew nothing about football are like, go Rams.
Girl. I literally said after the end of the game, I was like, oh, well, fuck. Now LA has one more thing to be annoying about. And I'm like, this is so annoying because there's no real fans here. Like there's like real Lakers fans, like, and that's pretty much it. Like, and Dodgers fans too, but like, even then they hop on and off that bandwagon, I feel like. But yeah, there's
no OG Rams fans, I feel like.
Unless you're like old enough to remember when the Rams were here before they left and went to St. Louis and then came back, I feel like but like, a lot of them are like new fans or, oh my God, I've been a loyal fan. And I'm like, you don't know the definition of loyal fan.
Posted something where it was like they were in a bar and like everyone was wearing Rams gear. And I'm like, when? Did you just buy that on Amazon Prime to get it to you for the game? Like when? No.
Or every single store out here is selling Rams stuff now. TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I'm like, Marshalls, no.
Damn.
But you know how like when we go home, like every TJ Maxx and Marshalls has like every Patriots, Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins shirt you could find. Yeah. That is what it is out here now. And like, it is so depressing.
I don't know why that annoys me.
That annoys me. I was like, Marshalls, you're cheating on me with the Rams.
Like, I'm definitely happy for the Rams, but I'm also, it's like.
Yeah, no, I'm annoyed. And then after the game, fireworks started going off, and I was like, oh, Los Angeles.
LA, come on. Like,
I know.
No.
So I do think there's some fair weather fans and bandwagon fans that are going to come way out of the woodwork on the Super Bowl.
They've always wanted to be a part of, and they just like.
Yes.
But I guess I can't complain because not that I'm jumping on the Bengals bandwagon as a full-time fan, but I am.
Yeah, but you're a part-time fan. That's okay.
A part-time fan. I'm a part-time fan. As long as my Pats are out, I'm a part-time Bengals fan.
Yeah, 100%. I would be a part-time 49ers fan if they were in too.
Right, because we have the roots.
Our loyal. You know? Yeah, exactly. No, but I think I'm going to do. I think I'd love the Bengals to win this. I think that'd be pretty cool if they were to do that. I think that'd be awesome for freaking Joe Burrow. Like, holy crap!
And for your sake, I also hope Bengals win. That way, LA doesn't catch on fire.
Oh, LA's always like this close to catching on fire. So who knows?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
For me, obviously, they've been my number one.
I know, girl.
Day one. So, well, not day one, but since day one of this podcast.
It's gonna be like,
and for week 2, I don't know, but I just think that would be amazing. They've never won a Super Bowl. They've been to the Super Bowl.
I think their last 1989 was the last time. And I was like, man.
Rams won in 2000, but it was the only time they've been in the Super Bowl, and they won against the Titans.
And that was when they were St. Louis. So yeah, it was before they were back in LA. So it's going to be, I feel like both teams have a lot on the line for this game. I think both teams have in their mind a lot to prove. The Rams being like, well, this is us being back in LA. We got to win one for being back here now. And the Bengals are like, we just have to win one. So I feel like both teams are like going into this with a lot to fight for, which I think will be cool. Cause like, we've watched games before. We've been in Super Bowls where we're like, cool, this is our like 5th time here. Yay. Right. I'm like, that's fun. So actually on my run yesterday morning, I was on a run and in my head, I was like, man, what's it going to feel like to just relax again during a Super Bowl? Cause like last year I was rooting for Tom.
Right.
And then every other year prior was like whatever with the Patriots. But I'm like, what is it going to feel like when I just get to watch?
We can just relax.
Yes.
We can just eat the buffalo dip. Like, ain't
no
shame.
God, I'm just gonna sit and enjoy. Do you have plans? Are you gonna do anything?
Wait, I don't think so. Or no plans as of yet. But when I just said buffalo dip, do you remember that bomb buffalo dip I made last year? Because we were together last year on the Super Bowl. Girl, if you don't remember that, I made it in my crock pot.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Apartment. Yes, I did. Oh, that was good.
It was good, right?
That was really good.
Yeah.
Guys.
We had like all sorts of things.
You don't know this, everyone listening, but Megan doesn't love to cook / Megan doesn't cook, really. And she made this bomb-ass buffalo dip. It was so good. And yes, Megan, you should be very proud of that.
I was proud of myself.
That was really good. Oh, now I remember because I walked there. Why I walked to your apartment was so weird.
Oh, yes, because I drove you back. Because I was like, you're not. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like, why did I walk here?
I remember
with a backpack on. And I was like, beep, beep, beep.
That's funny. Yeah, so we've been together pretty much every Super Bowl.
For the last couple. Yeah.
So
yeah.
But no,
do you want to fly out to LA?
I don't have plans. I'd love to figure something out, but I just haven't. Wait, do I have a game that day?
Oh, on God, the 14th, 15th?
I think it's the 13th.
13th. Well, I think if you don't have a game, I don't know. I would love to have like a cute little housewarming party, but I don't think my apartment's going to be ready to go by then.
Yes,
but
we didn't even talk about that, Haley. You throughout this whole thing. You moved.
I moved. I'm in my own place. Yay!
Are you on the? I probably shouldn't be saying this on the podcast. Well, no one knows where you live, but are you on the first floor?
Yeah.
Okay. I am too. First floor,
Yeah.
buddies.
I can't even hear my upstairs neighbor. I've never heard her like once.
Consider
I'm like,
yourself
do you
freaking
exist?
lucky.
Yeah, no, I am. I mean, look at this hardwood. I've got hardwood floors.
Is it hardwood everywhere? Even in
Yeah.
the okay.
In the kitchen it's tile.
Okay.
But yeah, everywhere else is hardwood. It's freezing in here because I don't have any carpets down. So like that's something I need to do. I'm like, I gotta order carpet. And then it's really funny when I say freezing in Los Angeles, I mean 60 degrees.
Yeah.
Is
What is
cold
it right
me.
now? Oh, it's 50 here, but it's probably like the warmest part of the day.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm only at 20% battery on my laptop.
Girl, what are you doing?
It was at 70. I don't know what's going on.
No, so that I think though, if you don't have plans or a game,
I should fly out.
Yeah. I'm not kidding. I have an air mattress. I'm sitting on it right now.
Oh my gosh. We'll see. I have to look at my Kings schedule and we'll see.
I just got abnormally excited.
That would be fun. That would be a lot of
freaking hysterical.
You should have a housewarming though.
I know. I want to. I just need to
I feel like around here, no one's like they're into college sports.
Yeah.
But I feel like if the thing is if a party's going to happen, I would need to throw it and then I would need to host. And we all know my fear with like hosting. I get very nervous to host.
I get nervous to host too. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I actually want to have anybody here because I don't want the stress of like entertaining. Yes. Yes.
Or have a little party of my own. Just kind of.
Yeah. Just me, myself, and I.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Who knows? The sky's the limit.
Right? I actually have a TV in my room because I live in a studio now. So my TV is like.
Oh wait, that's so cool! You could watch the Super Bowl from your bed.
I know. I was like, wow, I don't have to do anything.
Well, girl, I mean, I think the only thing we didn't cover, which is just honestly good for him, Josh McDaniels, former offensive coordinator, going to the Raiders as their head coach.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss because we've had McDaniels for freaking ever. He's been with us for a long time. I think that's going to be great news for the Raiders because this past year was a shit show for them. Yeah. Between their head coach and then a few of their players getting into the things they got into, and it was just a tough year, I think. And I do think McDaniels is going to do good things there. It's going to be tough again for us, but I think he's got it.
Kind of going through the best comparison I can say. I feel like we're kind of going through with the Patriots what we went through back in like 2008 when we lost the OG Red Sox. You know, the days of Varitek and Poppy and Manny Ramirez and Coco Crisp. Like
Coco Crisp.
Like those. I have a Coco Crisp jersey back home. Like those guys, you know, and now, you know, and I think that's what we're going through. Well, we've been going through
about the Celtics with Paul Pierce and Garnett and Rondo and Ray Allen. Same thing. Yeah. It's just, you know, when Doc Rivers left, it was a huge blow. The Celtics rebuilt, the Red Sox rebuilt. Also shout out to Big Papi for getting into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Yay! So well deserved. I love it so much. I just had to throw that out there. But yes, I do think we're going through a rebuilding phase. Who knows how long it'll last, but I have good feelings about it.
I think we'll get there.
Yeah.
You know, but we've had a great run.
We have.
Now if Tom would just kind of get over himself and be like, thank us the way we should be thanked, then I'd be really appreciative.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, Tom. If I could wink, I would, but I can't.
Yeah, freaking Tom.
So I'm just giving you a dirty stare.
Yeah. Ugh.
I know.
Anyways.
As
if, Tom. Ugh, whatever. I can't. Well, this was great. I feel good. I feel like it was a therapy session. I feel like I had a lot of anger I had to get out.
Yep. I just had a lot to say. I had a lot of words.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, next week on the podcast, we'll have to figure out something to talk about because we won't really have any.
No, there won't be any football news. So
maybe we can get a guest or something. I don't know.
We should ask our listeners if you have any burning topics you want us to talk about next week on the podcast.
Yes, we can do like they call it a mailbag. Like
let's do a mailbag.
Let's do a mailbag.
Yes.
Now hopefully people ask us questions.
I know. If not, we can call our parents and have them ask us.
Can you plant something? Can you ask us something? That's good. We'll do that. And then we'll obviously have a Super Bowl podcast. And then from there, we'll just continue on with our other Boston sports that we know and love.
Amen.
This has been great. You guys, thank you so much for listening/watching. You can watch us on YouTube or you can listen on iHeart and Spotify. And please comment, please like, please subscribe, please interact.
Yeah. We love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Ask us all the questions too. I love questions.
All the questions.
Questions.
All right, my dear. We'll get your apartment situated and let me know how everything's going. And
I will.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yes. All right. Bye.
Bye.